Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of Induction Wave, and this is day 14 of the August daily draws. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. So we have the Queen of Wands. So doing the Queen is about nurturing, developing, caring for ourselves and what we're trying to do. And when the Queen of Wands is about our passions, our motivations, our motivation, our goals, the things that we are desiring to accomplish, our sense of purpose. And the Queen of Wands helps us to nurture those things, to nurture our passion, to keep the passion burning, to keep that motivation burning. Sometimes it's hard, and it's not automatic. We sometimes after the initial inspiration, we start so enthusiastically and move forward enthusiastically. But if it's the journey is a fair distance one to reach the accomplishment of what we want, and it takes time, and it takes a process, it takes several steps. Some of that initial excitement and motivation can wane. It can drop off, over time, and that's a natural thing. And sometimes we, after like a fire, starts to die down after it's been burning for so long. And maybe it takes putting some more logs on the fire, fanning a bit to put some air into it, to let it breathe and let it sort of erupt again. And so it takes a bit of effort and putting something into it to keep it going. So it's just to remind us that we are responsible for nurturing our own vision, our own purpose. And when we feel ourselves waning in that, then we need to do something to put more logs on the fire, metaphorically speaking, to put some of that passion back into it, maybe reflecting on why we're doing it, why this is important to us. Maybe doing something else that uplifts us, that inspires us, but is not directly related to our own vision of in our own aims and our own goals. So it's not relating to the work that we're doing. It's more about what we enjoy, what inspires us, and it could be something totally unconnected with what we're trying to achieve. In fact, if it is, then it takes us out of what we're doing for a moment, just to be inspired and to get the flames found again, and then we can use that. Then once that happens, we can then transfer that energy to the actual thing we're trying to do. So sometimes take a bit of time out from it and rekindle your passion for things in general. Once you feel a bit more positive, a bit more energized, then it's easy to get the motivation back and to direct it to what you want to achieve. And that's what the Queen of Wands is perhaps saying to us, that Nurture your passion, nurture your inspiration, fan those flames when necessary. Do something that inspires you to take care of your own sort of spiritual and emotional passion for what you're doing, and for who you are as well. Just be inspired as a person, and let that personal inspiration about who you are be you channeled into what you want to achieve. So, yes, there are times when our enthusiasm will drop off. It's part of human nature. And then it's up to us to do something to stir that back up again. Now, other people can encourage us too and lift us up and help in the fanning of that flame. But we more than that, we more than anything, we need to be, we can't just rely on that. We're responsible for our own journey, for our own creative endeavors. Yes, other people can give positive comments, other people can be alongside us and support us, and that can help keep the flames going. But ultimately, it comes from within us and what we do. They can add to it to make it even better, but it doesn't absolve us of any responsibility to do something for ourselves in this way. Because then it doesn't matter. If anybody else, other people encourage us and inspire us and help us to keep going, that's a bonus. But we should be able to do that for ourselves as well, primarily to keep ourselves going. And that's what the Queen of Wands does, and it's what Queen of Wands is encouraging us and trying to inspire us to do. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Tiger's Eye. Got a tiger there. That looks like a stone of tiger's eye. Crystal there, stone. She's leaning back. A new path and opportunities for positive transformation await you. Opportunities for positive transformation await you. And maybe that in itself, to realize that what you're doing is to embracing the opportunities for positive transformation with this inspiration, with this momentum that you're building, with what you're trying to create. It's opening up these opportunities for positive transformation, and that could be part of give you more incentive to continue in what you're doing. So the important message here is to keep going. If you feel yourself waning in enthusiasm, ask why, maybe, but also do something that inspires you once again, that stirs those fires, and then use that energy back onto your sense of purpose on what you're trying to do. So that is the message of the cards today. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow for day 15. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.